Alhamdulillahillazi hadana li hadza wa ma kunna linahtadiya laula an hadanallah. Allahumma shalli wa sallim wa barik ala sayyidina wa habibina syafi'ina wa maulana Muhammad wa ala alihi washabihi ajmain. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Mana nih? Balik. Alhamdulillah hari ini kita kembali berkumpul di dalam majelis World Class Profesor bersama Associate Profesor Dr. Aidi Ahmi. Hari ini di sesi kedua ini kita akan melanjutkan kembali kuliah kita mengenai Artificial Intelligence atau kecerdasan buatan. Minggu lalu Dr. Aidi sudah menyampaikan kepada kita Introduction to AI, pengenalan kepada Artificial Intelligence di bidang akuntansi. Hari ini beliau akan melanjutkan kembali perkuliahan kita seperti yang sudah kita rencanakan, outline-nya sudah disampaikan Dr. Aidi di minggu lalu. Baik, tanpa memperlama waktu dan tempat, kami persilahkan kepada Dr. Aidi untuk menyampaikan kuliah untuk hari ini. Terima kasih. Silakan, Dokter.
Oke, terima kasih Pak Sambas. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And
Waalaikumsalam.
Everyone. How's everybody? Semua sehat? Oke.
Alhamdulillah.
Oke, rasanya masih berkesempatan saya untuk mengucapkan selamat hari raya.
Selamat hari raya, Dokter.
Lahir batin. Oke, di Malaysia ini rayanya sebulan.
Sama, Dokter. Sama
ke? Oke.
Sama.
Masih
ini minggu lepas sibuk ini apa? Jamuan.
Oke,
jamuan
sama
raya.
Sama di sini pun agak sibuk. Selagi Syawal belum berakhir, selagi itu banyak open house. Oke,
betul. Baik.
Oke, diharapkan semua ibu-ibu, bapak-bapak, anak-anak sehat, sejahtera hendaknya. Oke, insyaAllah hari ini kita akan continue to learn about AI in accounting. Okay, untuk hari ini it's a little bit boring. Okay, little bit boring because I'm going to talk about AI and it's going to be what we call more academics. A lot of contents. I don't know parts of it. Maybe some of you already learned. Some of you maybe look it as a part of new knowledge that you going to learn. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, I will share what we call the slide after the workshop, inshallah. Okay, so okay, let me share my screen. Okay, I hope that you can see my screen in front. Boleh nampak ya?
Nampak, Dokter.
Okay, so alright. Okay, so hari ini kita akan masuk ke sesi kedua dipanggil AI applications in accounting. Just what you have learned, okay, in dalam kelas yang lalu, we have explored the way on how accountant, okay, all of you, okay, you should know accounting in the first place before we can apply the AI. Now we going to lihat, okay, macam bagaimana kita akan apply AI in accounting ataupun apakah aplikasi-aplikasi in dalam AI in accounting yang kita boleh lihat. So ada 4 main topics yang saya akan bincang selama 1 jam lebih atau 2 hari ini. Okay, ada lebih kurang 72 slide been prepared today. Okay, yang pertamanya kita akan lihat berkenaan dengan automated data entry. Okay, ataupun kemasukan data secara otomatis. Ataupun yang kedua kita akan lihat kepada anomaly detections and fraud preventions. Okay, ataupun macam mana kita akan detect sebarang kesalahan ataupun mungkin kita boleh prevent, okay, sesuatu fraud daripada berlaku. Yang ketiganya kita akan lihat dari segi financial forecasting analysis. Dan yang keempat, the terms yang banyak digunakan dalam AI in accounting is RPA ataupun robotic process automation. Automation process in accounting. Okay, yang pertamanya, okay, automated data entry. So bila kita lihat perkembangan AI pada masa kini, kita akan rujuk atau lihat pada bagaimana sebuah apa yang panggil AI ini dapat membantu untuk automated data entry. So kita akan lihat teknologi yang dipanggil sebagai OCR teknologi, and bagaimana teknologi ini boleh extract data daripada documents and akan automatically masuk dalam sesuatu aplikasi ataupun kita lihat IDP atau ISRO automating data entry, dan benefits and challenge. Okay. Okay, the first one, OCR ataupun kita panggil sebagai optical character recognition. So OCR teknologi ni dah lama dah. Okay, sebelum ni it's quite hard, okay, for us to what we call detect the text from image. Okay, previously lah, long time ago, I think 20 years ago memang agak sukar. Tapi sekarang dengan teknologi mobile phones ataupun teknologi OCR itu sendiri, okay, the way on how they can detect text itu memang teramat mudah. Okay, bukan saja teks yang dibuat oleh printed font, okay, yang kita type menggunakan komputer, tetapi juga berdasarkan kepada tulisan tangan. Okay, boleh dibaca oleh mesin, boleh dibaca oleh AI ini, dan daripada situ dia boleh convert this kind of text into things that can be read by AI. So yang ni teknologi ni I can say currently is already been advanced. So the process of AR ni ataupun OCR process ni, yang pertama ialah dari segi pre-processing. Okay, before OCR can begin, the input image or documents is pre-processed to improve the quality and readability of the text. Most of the time, if the text is quite blurry or quite hard to be read, it's maybe difficult for the AI to read the content. Okay, so but this may involve the tasks such as desk queuing, straightening out tilt text, despeckling, removing noise, and binarizations, converting the image to black and white. So ini proses pertama. Yang kedua, dia akan baca teks itu sendiri. Okay, the OCR software analyze the pre-processed image to identify and extract individual characters. And most of the time, semua bentuk, okay, tulisan, okay, pada asalnya dia dalam bentuk image. Okay, dalam bentuk image biasanya most of the time lah, kalau kita sumber ni adalah daripada hard copy. Okay, dia akan baca that kind of image, then the first one dia pre-process, and then yang keduanya dia recognize in term of text. Okay, so dia ada beberapa teknik seperti pattern matching, features, extractions, machine learning algorithm to recognize and classify each character. Seterusnya, post processing. Okay, after the text recognized, OCR software perform the post processing task to correct errors and improve overall accuracy the text. It depends, okay, to what extent the technology can resolve this kind of issue. Okay, if you use the old technologies ataupun the scanners that has been used quite blurry, maybe they read wrongly, okay, some kind of the image. But with the current is OCR works. OCR technology has advanced significantly in recent years. Okay, just like I mentioned before, with the machine learning algorithm and deep learning techniques such as convolutional neural network, improving the accuracy of text recognition, especially for complex and low quality documents. So, like mentioned before, have used this kind of technology sometimes, and I can see, okay, how the technologies has evolved. Okay, by automating the extractions of data from document, OCR technology can save time, reduce manual labor, and minimize the risk of human error in data. This enables the software to automatically categorize and organize data, improving efficiency and accuracy of the data entry task. So previously we looked into the text recognition, and now we look how they combine the intelligent document processing with OCR. IDP process. Okay, the process is, the first one is data extractions. Okay, they start with OCR technology to extract text from scanned document, image, or any PDF. Okay, unlike basic OCR, IDP leverage advanced machine learning algorithm and NLP techniques to understand the context and meaning of the extracted data. So it's not just read the data, but also interpret, okay, in terms of the data. So this enable IDP to identify then extract relevant data elements such as dates, amounts, and invoice number, even from unstructured or semi-unstructured data. Previous OCR just read data without knowing what they the text, okay, but with the IDP they will interpret the text, and they can classify the text to the categorizations of that one. And second one is data classification and categorization. So after extracting the data, okay, IDP use machine learning algorithm to automatically classify and categorize the information. Okay, for example, in the context of accounting, IDP can categorize, okay, whether the document is an invoice, a receipt, bank statement, or categorize the extract data into appropriate fields such as expenses, revenue, and tax. So yang ni is going to be smarter. And then they looks into the validations and data validations and enrichment. IDP can validate the extracted data against predefined rules or existing database to ensure that its accuracy and completeness. It also can enrich the data by cross-referencing it with other sources such as customer, vendor database to provide additional context and insight. Then the next part is data integrations. Okay, once the data has been processed, IDP seamlessly integrates the organization's existing system. So they're going to match it with the system that have been applied by the user. Okay, so the first we look OCR, then we look the IDP. So it's play a crucial role in automating data entry by not only extracting text from the document, but also understanding, process, and organize the data in a way that is easily usable by organization. Okay, this approach significantly reduce manual and data entry, save time, improve accuracy, and streamlines the entire data processing workflow, making it essential component in modern data-driven industry, including accounting. So, for your information, previously after I graduated as in Bachelor of Accountancy, okay, I worked as a accounting clerk, okay, to type the invoices in the Excel. So that one is I graduated 1997. I can say about 23 years, 20 plus years ago. Okay, so during that time we just we need to key in manually, but now with the AI technologies, they can, okay, the AI, okay, can have this in terms of data entry. Okay, benefits of automated data entry. First is time saving. Okay, everything is being done by AI. By automating data entry tasks, can significantly reduce the amount of time spent. Okay, then in term, second one is increase accuracy. When you enter the data into the system manually, you will, okay, you need to recheck, okay, and confirm or even authorized by your supervisors or the manager. But using AI with the advanced OCR and IDP techniques, okay, this system can accurately extract, classify, and validate data, ensuring high data quality. And third one is cost reductions. Automation reductions of labor costs associated with manual data entry tasks. So most of the time, the data entry clerk is no need to be hired anymore. Okay, this result a significant cost saving for organization, especially in long run. Okay, the question is, okay, of course, when you later graduate as accounting student, you're not going to be data entry clerk, so you're going to be more than that. Next one is number 4, benefits of automatic data entry, scalability, automated data entry, and the large volume of documents and data much more efficiently than manual process. This allows business to scale operations more effectively and handle increasing workloads without the need to hire additional staff. So the last one is improve compliance. So automatic data entry system can help business maintain better records, ensure compliance with the regulations and industry standards. So okay, by reducing errors, inconsistency in data, this system can help organization avoid potential fines, penalty, and reputational damage. So this is what we call the benefits of automated data entry. Okay, but among the challenge, okay, of course, by look into the OCR, then IDP that I have discussed just now, it's not there are challenges. Okay, you might seem that okay, it's quite easy to be implement. Okay, by theory is right, but there are some challenges. Okay, the first one, link with unstructured data. One of the main challenges of automated data entry is handling unstructured or semi-structured data, which may not follow a consistent format. Okay, advanced OCR and IDP techniques may improve the ability to process such data, but there may still be instances where manual intervention is required to correct error and fill in missing information. So you have to look into this kind of issue. Second one is initial setup and integrations. Implement such systems require significant upfront investment. It's not cheap in terms of time, resources, and cost. So we need to look into those who are experts in accounting and AI. Okay, in the future, okay, you are as accountants or accounting graduates, how you yourself, okay, can make your skills ready, okay, when it's involved with the technology in the future. The technology right now, actually, okay, this includes okay, this is about the cost. Okay, this also includes setting the right software, integrating with the existing system, and training employees and how to use the new tools effectively. Okay, when we mention about trainings of the employee, okay, of course, the company needs to invest this kind of training. But like mentioned just now, how are you going to make yourself ready about this knowledge while you graduates in upcoming future? Okay. Another challenge is ongoing maintenance and update. Like any software, automated entry system require ongoing maintenance and updates to ensure they continue functioning correctly and adapt to challenge in the documents format, regulation, industry standard. And then another concern is on data security and privacy. The use of automated data entry system may raise concern about data security and privacy. Organization must ensure that the software they choose has robust security measure in place to protect sensitive data from unauthorized access or data breaches. Okay, despite this challenge, the benefits of data entry, automated data entry often outweigh the drawbacks, making it essential tool for modern business looking for streamline their operations, improve efficiency, and gain competitive edge in the respective industry. Okay, so that is, I can say, the first part of our sessions today. okay, out of 4 parts. So some things that need to think. Okay, how do you envision AI in and automations impacting your everyday works in accounting or auditing? Okay, so you might have some kind of how you see, okay, this AI, okay, can impact anyone. Or maybe I can ask later. Okay, you can think about it and then see, okay, how this kind can, okay, okay, impact your everyday works. Okay, the advance of technology is based on making it fit so that you don't really even notice it. So it parts of everyday life. So this is kind of quotes from Bill Gates. Okay, sometimes I don't know whether you realize or not the way on how the mobile phone, for example, had changed your life. I don't know, in maybe 10 years ago, okay, compare to the technologies that you have right now. Informations, during my times, I have in my life, I can say I have the part of life that we don't have phone at all. And then I have a certain period of my life that we have what we call huge mobile phones. Okay, and then that one is a very basic phone in which we don't have so many apps that what you have right now. So and to some extent last time, okay, I still remember that one of the professors mentions to me, okay, they mentions that, okay, why you need to use mobile phone, okay, okay, why you need to use a kind of okay, a kind of smartphone, okay, because the main reason why you use phone is just to call or send message. That is during that time. Right now, we need to have a smartphone because we need to pay using e-wallet. For example, we need to access our bank account. We need to show our train or bus tickets or even flight tickets. So if we just use a phone we use phone not just for call or sending messages anymore right now. So it also happens. It's something for you to ponder when we talk about what we have discussed just now. Okay. Any questions about what we have discussed just now? Okay, about OCR or IDP. Any questions? Or we open at the end, Pak Sambas,
Boleh, Dokter?
Ya,
Boleh?
saya teruskan je lah. Alright.
Boleh.
Okay. Okay. Just now we talk about the automated data entry. Okay, using OCR or even IDP. Now the next one is about anomaly detections and fraud prevention. So now how machine learning identify unusual transactions and pattern. Okay, I don't know to what extent you have experience in auditing. Okay, for example, okay, but for your informations, I experienced work as internal auditors before, and I can say we use I'm the one who are actually developed the computerized auditing systems at that time 30 years ago. Okay, and the technologies that we have during that time not really managed to automatically detect fraud. We need to conduct a kind of audit ataupun investigations, ataupun we need to do a kind of tracing, watching all the documents in order for us to make sure that all the transactions and activities are in order. Okay, but now the auditing process are actually kind of more advanced. Okay, so in these sessions, in the next these sessions, especially when we talk about anomaly detection from correlations, we're going to see on how machine learning identify unusual transaction pattern, AI-powered risk assessment and fraud detection tools, and case study on the effective of AI in fraud detections. Okay, how machine learning identify unusual transaction pattern? Okay, machine learning is a subset of AI that enable computer to learn and make predictions based on data without explicit programming. It is particularly effective in identifying unusual transactions patterns in large data sets such as financial transactions, okay, by analyzing and recognize underlying structure and relationship in the data. Okay, the first one is feature extraction. Okay, the first steps involve extracting relevant features or variable from the data set. Okay, this feature are the measurable characteristic of transaction. Okay, before I go to move further, okay, I really want everyone's of you here to think or understand on how the data the accounting data works. Okay, basically you can imagine if you experience using accounting software, you can imagine on how the data actually been captured in the particular database. So from and most of the time, okay, the accounting data has been stored or captured electronically using in any database, whether it is in part of in your computer or laptop or being stored in the cloud. So you have, when we talk about the detecting the unusual transactions or even patterns, we talk about how the AI can manage detects all of these computerized accounting transactions. Okay, so this is what we actually discussed. Okay, so they looks into the characteristic of the transaction, the type of transactions. Okay, when the type of transactions here, there are lots of accounting data has been stored. Okay, in the system. So accounting data can be varies in terms of recording of the invoices, recording of the purchases, recording in terms of movement of the stock or from the perspective of the banking in the bank industry. You look into how the savings has been saved by client or customer, for example, or how the loans has been approved by the bank to be released to the the clients. Okay, something like that. Okay, so then they looks all these transactions based on the customer historical behavior or geographic locations, can be considered of the features. So they will understand about how the data the patterns of the next one is model training. Okay, once the features has been extracted, a machine learning algorithm is trained on the historical data sets of transaction, which include both normal and anomalous example. Okay, the algorithms learn to recognize pattern and relationship between features associated with the normal transaction and those associated with unusual or fraudulent activity. So they will look in terms of certain account to see whether that one are usual or unusual. And then the third one is model validation. After the model has been trained, it is validated on the separate data set to test its accuracy and identifying unusual transactions and patterns. Okay, this help ensure that the model can generalize well to new unseen data. Okay, the fourth one is real time detections. When the machine learning model is deployed in a live environment, it continually analyzes incoming transaction data, comparing it to the pattern and relationship it has learned during the training process. If the model identifies transactions or pattern that deviates significantly from the norm, it can flag it as unusual or potentially fraudulent, prompting further investigation. Okay, so that is how the machine learning actually works. Okay, they use a kind of I said just now in terms of patterns. Okay. Okay. Algorithm, okay, used for anomaly detection can range from traditional statistical techniques, such as clustering or regressions, or to more advanced approach, such as neural network and deep learning. The choice of algorithms depend on factors such as complexity of the data, the desired level of accuracy, and computational resource available. Okay, by using machine learning to identify unusual transactions pattern, business can more actively detect and prevent fraud. So, reducing loss and maintaining trust in the financial system. Okay, so that is the first part. Okay, so the next part, okay, AI-powered risk assessment and fraud detections tool. So there are quite numbers of tools actually available out there to detect fraud. So this one is a kind of AI-powered risk assessment. Okay, I just want to share. Okay, during my time as an auditor last time. Okay, during that time, okay, I talk about the works that I've done in 1997, 1998. I work as 1997 until 1999. I work as internal auditors in the bank. Okay, like I mentioned before, I'm the one in charge on developing a computerized auditing software or applications for auditors. And during that time, okay, on how we are actually detect a kind of red flag is by identifying, okay, for example, the certain limits the bank managers can approve for certain loan. Okay, so by during that one, okay, we can detect, okay, which one is actually the loans that approve beyond the branch manager's limit. So by that one, we can have a kind of put a flagship, for that particular transaction. But using AI, okay, at the time that particular transactions happen, okay, it will detect immediately. But during my time, we can only detect it during the audit, in which the transactions already become history, something like that. Okay, so and using all of these tools, okay, this kind of fraud detect can be detect as early as the transactions happen. Okay, not after after that. Okay, so these two help organizations identify usual transactions, pattern, and behavior that may indicate fraudulent activities or potential financial risk. Example of AI-powered risk assessment and fraud detections tool. For your information, I'm more on teachings right now, and most of the time, the subject I'm teach right now is on accounting information system. And there are lots of software that has been used in accounting, but right now, okay, the ones that like I mentioned before, the tools related to AI are actually been exist. There are many tools, okay, that we can have to detect fraud. Okay, the first one is, they call it FEB. Okay, it's a fraud detections and risk management platform that use machine learning algorithm to analyze large volume of transaction data in real time. Okay, by monitoring customer behavior, transaction patterns, and other variables. This tool can detect and prevent fraudulent activities such as payment fraud, account takeover, or money laundering. The next one is data robot. Okay, another tools, data robot is automated machine learning platform that help organization build, deploy, and maintain AI-driven risk assessment and fraud detection model. Basically, all of the software is just maybe a matter of features that they can offer. Okay, user can easily create custom machine learning model for various fraud detection scenario, such as credit card fraud, insider trading, or insurance without the need for extensive programming language. The third one is feature space. Okay, feature space. ARIC platform is a real-time adaptive behavioral analytical system that uses machine learning to detect and prevent fraud across various industries, including banking, payments, and gaming. The platform continuously monitor transaction and customer behavior to identify anomaly and assess risk, allowing organizations to respond quickly to emerging threats. Okay, the fourth one is FICO Falcon Fraud Manager. Okay, this is solutions that use advanced analytics, machine learning, and AI to identify and prevent payment fraud across various channels. Okay, the same things. Okay, all of these are kind of the AI technologies that exist right now out there that can be used by organizations to provide kind of risk assessment and fraud detection. Case studies that demonstrates the effectiveness of AI fraud preventions. Okay, so the first case studies is on PayPal. Have you any of you are using PayPal? Any of you use PayPal? In Indonesia guna apa ya Pak Sambas?
PayPal sempat di-ban, Dokter.
Oh, di-ban?
Ban. Tak boleh pakai.
Oh, kenapa?
Ada masalah lah dengan PayPal.
Maksudnya oleh kerajaan Malaysia?
Oleh kerajaan Indonesia.
I see. Okay. Kalau di Malaysia boleh guna PayPal, tapi PayPal normally when I was in UK banyak memang bergantung pada PayPal. Okay, and especially if you conduct transaction through Amazon ataupun eBay. So
Betul.
memang kena guna PayPal. Okay, this kalau di Malaysia kita ada Bitplease, Senang Pay, Toyib Pay that are among what we call as a payment gateway lah. Okay, it's kind of payment gateway that being used lah. Okay, PayPal ni they more than payment gateway. Okay, in which it's not just the alternative for you to make a payment, but also for you to keep your money there. Alright, okay. Kalau di Indonesia guna apa ya, Pak Sambas?
Ada GoPay, Dokter, yang Dokter Aidi pernah.
Oh, okay, Gojek.
Dokter Aidi pakai Gojek. Gojek itu dia ada juga untuk simpan uang dan e-payment juga. Ada dia juga sebagai boleh jadi sebagai electronic wallet.
Okay.
GoPay atau Shopee Pay. Di Indonesia Shopee Pay. Atau punya OVO, Dokter.
Oh, I see.
Right,
so
dan ramai juga.
Okay. Yang ni pun sama lah. Okay, just going to give you the internationals what we call case study. Okay, PayPal is a leading online payment service provider, has been using AI and machine learning to combat fraud effectively. Okay, PayPal fraud detection system analyze more than 25 billion transactions per year and use machine learning algorithm to identify patterns and relationship in the data that it may indicate fraudulent activities. Okay, for your information, I have a case. Okay, it happened to me my time last time. Okay, I bought something. I bought iPad from eBay using PayPal. Okay, and the seller didn't post the iPad. It cost me about 500 pound during that time. The seller didn't. The seller actually fraud. Okay, they sell the iPad but have never send the item. So, but the PayPal can detect it. Okay, within short period of time. Okay, after I make a complaint to PayPal, PayPal will refund the money. And the money then they will continue with the case with the seller. So in one instance, PayPal reported that it reduced the false positive rate. Okay, transaction incorrectly flagged as fraudulent by 50% by incorporating deep learning technique into its existing fraud detection system. Okay, this improvement not only helped PayPal reduce fraud losses, but also improve the customer experience okay, by these reductions. All right. Okay, so this is the first case study. Okay, the second one is about Danske Bank. Okay, Danske Bank. Okay, one of the largest bank in Nordic regions implement the AI-driven detection system to improve its ability to detect and prevent fraud across various channels, including online banking, mobile payment, and credit card transactions. Okay, the system developed in collaboration with AI startup called Net Guardians use advanced machine learning algorithm to analyze customer behavior and transactions in real time. Okay, most of the time, it's supposed to be integrate with bank. Okay, when when your credit card suddenly been used by others to buy some things that you not familiar buy. Okay, it's happened to my credit card as before. Okay, I just one of my credit card has been blocked. Okay, due to the unauthorized transaction. Someone used my credit card to buy diamond ring. You know, diamond ring. How much is it cost? Is not mistaken, about $3,000 US. Okay, $3,000 US. Okay, suddenly bank detect it and it knows that it's not my transaction, because most of the time I will buy computer, I will buy some of the use amount of most of the time computer, sometimes mobile phones, okay, some of the electronic gadget, but suddenly there's a transaction by diamond ring. Okay, so of course, the banks actually call me but cannot reach me. So instead of approving the transactions, they can the bank actually block the transactions. It is for me, I can say that I'm lucky, because the bank can detect it early. But if the bank didn't detect it, then my $3,000 US will be gone. So by applying these AI technologies, then the bank reported a 60% reduction in false positive and 50% reductions in the time taken to investigate fraud alert. The AI-driven system ability to adapt and learn from new fraud patterns enable the bank to stay ahead for emerging threats and protect its customer from financial loss. When we talk about what we call false positive ni, contohnya the transactions might be a valid transaction, tapi bank ataupun AI can detect, sometimes is legit, sometimes is not legit. That's my false positive ni. But if by using AI, they will know which one is actually a legit transaction, which one is not. Of course, they need to use this kind of machine learning. Case studies thing is Mastercard. This one is one of global payment service provider has been use AI and machine learning to improve its fraud detection capabilities. The company's decision intelligence platform is an AI-driven system that analyzes thousands of data points for each transaction, such as transaction history, device information, merchant detail to assess the risk of fraud. Mastercard reported the implementation of this AI platform led to 50% reduction in false decline. Legitimate transactions that are declined due to the suspicious of fraud, and 40% reduction in fraud losses. By using AI to improve its fraud detection capabilities, Mastercard has been able to enhance the security of its payment network and provide better experience for its customer. These case studies demonstrate how AI and machine learning can significantly improve fraud detections and prevent efforts, leading to reduced financial loss, improve operational efficiency, and enhance customers' experience. As more organizations adopt AI-driven fraud detection tools, the effectiveness of this solution is expected to continue to improve, helping businesses stay ahead of emerging threats. Okay, so how do you think AI can help detect fraud more effectively than traditional methods? Okay, this is a kind of some things that I want every one of you to think. Okay, just now we looked into how this AI can help okay, to detect frauds in bank. It can detect frauds for certain transactions. Okay, but you can also think about how it can be implemented or used in the what we call Indonesian's environment. Okay. Okay, we just I think end of the second topics on the what we call fraud risk assessment and fraud detections in the world of AI is the thoughts that counts. Okay, this is a kind of quotes by who's just now Tinko. Oops. Alamak. Sorry. Macam mana boleh tertutup nih? Sorry. Okay. Any questions so far? Everyone's okay? Everyone's good?
Silakan kalau ada yang mau bertanya, boleh kita buka sesi Q&A, Dokter?
Boleh lah, boleh. Kan?
Baik. So, untuk para mahasiswa kami persilahkan untuk memberikan tanggapan ya, atau mau bertanya silakan kepada Dr. Aidi, atau mungkin juga Bapak Ibu dosen yang juga hadir di sini. Di sini alhamdulillah sudah ada Ibu Malinda, Pak Dio. Pak Dio ini Dr. Aidi ini former auditor nih dari Big Four nih di Jakarta.
Oh, okay. Pak Dio maybe experience about all these technologies on auditing.
Yes, of
Yeah.
course. Atau Ibu Vicky atau Ibu Munawaroh mungkin mau ada hal yang mungkin mau didiskusikan dengan Dr. Aidi, kami persilahkan. Mungkin Dr. Aidi mau rehat sebentar. Silakan, kami persilahkan Bapak Ibu dan mahasiswa sekalian, silakan. Mol, ada mau tanya Mol? Maulana ini mahasiswa kami yang minatnya di auditing juga, Dokter. Auditing, taxation.
Okay, good.
Salwa, mungkin Salwa? Ada? Bu Malina, mungkin ada yang mau disampaikan, Bu Malinda?
Someone raise hand just now. Nampak?
Oh, baik.
Siapa tadi?
Silakan. Silakan, Klasia.
Baik, terima kasih Pak atas waktu dan kesempatannya. Izin Sir, saya ingin bertanya. Tadi Sir itu menjelaskan mengenai intelligent document processing. Nah, dalam intelligent tersebut, apakah itu terdapat skala mengenai data atau volume dari data yang akan kita analisis gitu, Sir? Ketika kita ingin, contoh nih, ada email masuk. Nah, kita ingin menganalisis data yang ada dari email tersebut, ternyata skala volume datanya itu besar. Nah, jika terjadi hal tersebut, apa sih yang harus kita lakukan, Sir? Terima kasih.
Okay, I think that this is kind of good questions. If kalau saya boleh faham apa kind of questions, okay, whether sama ada IDP ini boleh detect kind of sesuatu transactions itu tersebut, kan? Okay, bila kita lihat pada IDP itself, dia merupakan kombinasi di antara OCR, okay, teks dengan apa yang AI itu faham berkenaan teks yang dimasukkan itu. Okay, kalau teks itu melibatkan sesuatu transaksi yang telah kita tetapkan. Okay, contohnya kalau data-data itu berkaitan dengan invoice. Okay, kita dapat email mengatakan, okay, this is invoice. All of this data mungkin boleh terus dimasukkan ke dalam sistem. Okay, untuk perekodan. Okay, bila kita berbicara tentang IDP, kita berbicara tentang automated data entry. Okay, bagaimana data itu boleh terus dimasukkan sebagai one of the transaction. Okay, so of course dia ada a kind of technology AI itself. Dia boleh baca, okay, based on what they have learned before ataupun based on the requirements of the current system, dia boleh detect dan dia boleh baca dan terus record ke dalam sistem. Tetapi kalau sesuatu dokumen itu agak mempunyai format yang mungkin tidak sama seperti yang di-train, that has been trained before, dan dia mungkin perlu a kind of human intervention. So maksud dia, bila kita menggunakan sesuatu teknologi AI ini, kita tidak seharusnya bergantung 100%. Okay, the human intervention still required or needed for us to validate this kind of transaction. So saya harap ia menjawab soalan yang bertanya tadi.
Baik, bisa dipahami kelas ya?
Bisa, Pak.
Baik.
Makasih, Pak.
Baik. Berikutnya, silakan. Ada lagi?
Izin bertanya, Pak.
Ya, silakan. Siapa di nanya nih, Ma? Saya nggak kelihatan di sini.
Tiara, Pak.
Hah?
Tiara, Pak.
Oh, Tiara, ya. Silakan Tiara. Yuk.
Jadi saya ingin bertanya tentang materi pada pertemuan selanjutnya, Dok. Nah, saat ini kan semua kita sudah menggunakan AI. Begitu juga di dunia mahasiswa. Misalnya kayak membuat PPT bisa menggunakan top up AI, kemudian membuat esai, meringkas materi, ataupun mengedit video. Bahkan kalau kita pun mau mencari jawaban tugas, kita bisa menggunakan AI. Nah, pertanyaan saya, bagaimana kita bisa membedakan antara pekerjaan mahasiswa yang dilakukan sendiri dengan pekerjaan mahasiswa yang dilakukan oleh AI, Dokter? Terima kasih.
Wah, ini pertanyaannya tricky nih. Ini tricky nih ya.
Okay, how to differentiate between the works that has been done by the mahasiswa and the works that has been done by AI.
By AI.
Okay, yang tu experienced researcher they will know. Okay, Pak Sambas kenal semua anak muridnya, semua mahasiswanya. Okay, I think experienced researcher, experienced lecturer we knows the capabilities of the student. Me myself know my student, although I just met them in the past few weeks. I know most of the time I know my students' limitations, my student what's so called skill currently. Okay, and like mentioned last time, okay, this kind of technology we cannot avoid. If you ask me last time, I also encourage my students to use AI. Okay, encourage my student to use AI. Okay, and it need to be used wisely. The important part is I always ask my student to make sure that they know what they are doing. All right. So if they know what they're doing, okay, by even using AI, I don't mind. Okay, but the real test is when it's come to the handwritten examinations, and then it will going to test you more. Okay, test you more. So whether going to differentiate between the use of AI or not, for me is not the questions. The question is how all of you who attended this class today can ethically use AI, because most of us right now are going to become accountants. How all of you are going to become the accountant with integrity? Okay, accountant with this kind of integrity and credibility. We want this value to be integrated with all of you right now. Okay, why I'm going to mention about this? Okay, next class we're going to learn about the ethical considerations when we use AI. Okay, nothing wrong if you use AI as long as you know what you're doing. I'm not going to ask whether I can detect or not detect, but I'm going to ask whether you are really going to become accountant with integrity, accountant with ethics, accountant with that can make that the one who not going to do this kind of fraud. Okay, we learned about how to detect fraud, but we are the one who make fraud. Okay, we don't want like that. Okay, why we detect fraud? Okay, we are not the one who do this kind of fraud. Okay, same thing when we use AI. Okay, whether it is your works or AI works, you decide. Okay, I hope that I answering the questions and hope everyone here understand about it. Agak-agak menjawab Pak Sambas.
Ya, betul dokter. Ini sepatutnya memang kena bersabar sebab 2 minggu lagi kita akan membahas masalah etik.
Ya.
Ya, memang we have several situation, doctor. This is dilemmatic situation actually, because in our study program we do some integrity check for, especially for student skripsi. This is some kind of mini thesis. So we have a lot of case because some students commit to the fraud. They do plagiarism.
So
and then what they do is they don't eliminate their mistake actually. So they just putting their hard work to how to cover their mistake actually, not repair, but not correction their mistake, but how to cover the mistake actually. So this is quite dilemmatic.
That's why I didn't answer the questions. Okay, I'm focusing to that. Okay, later you are going. Everyone who attended this lecture are going to be accountants with integrity, accountant with credibility. Okay, so I'm sorry to raise this, but yes, we have to make sure that those who are going to become accountants in Indonesia later are going to be the ones that be respected by all the people in Indonesia, something like that, not the ones who create fraud. So if you make fraud right now during your study, okay, the same things that you're going to be done during your work. So please don't. Okay, kita semoga apa yang kita belajar itu kita bukan mau kejar A saja, biar kita tak dapat A, tetapi ilmu yang kita dapat itu berkat, okay, dan boleh pahalanya mengalir sehingga kita mati nanti. Something like that. Okay. Boleh kita sambung ya Pak Sambas?
Boleh dokter.
Okay, kita sambung. Kita ada dua chapter lagi, dua subtopics. Okey, yang tadi kita lihat berkenaan dengan automated data entry, AI, how AI application in accounting. Yang keduanya kita lihat bagaimana AI boleh membantu untuk detect fraud dan juga buat a kind of risk assessment. Next part kita akan lihat bagaimana AI boleh membantu dari segi financial forecasting and analysis. Among the subtopics dalam ni ialah bagaimana AI can be used for time series analysis and forecasting. Okay, yang ni relate dengan finance. Bagaimana AI boleh predict, buat a kind of predictive analytics, financial modeling and their applications in accounting, and boleh juga buat scenario analysis and stress testing as AI driven forecasting tools. Okay, another applications from the perspective of AI. Okay, AI for time series analysis and forecasting. AI can be used for time series analysis and forecasting by leveraging advanced machine learning algorithm to analyze historical data and predict future trends and patterns. For your information, currently I'm quite happy with this kind of technology. Okay, by using ChatGPT, we supply the data to it. It can smoothly interprets the data accordingly. Okay, based on what we ask. Okay, so if the AI have this kind of the data, a lot of analysis analytics that can be done. So now we look into the perspective of finance. Okay, how they can use kind of time series analysis and forecasting, and that can help business make informed decisions, optimize resource allocation, and improve their overall performance. Okay, the first one is in terms of data preprocessing. The first step involves cleaning and preprocessing the time series data to handle missing value, outliers, and any irregularities. This process is essential to ensure that the machine learning algorithm can effectively analyze the data and generate accurate forecast. So they looks into the data in the first place. And analysis looks into if there are any missing value, any kind of data that required to be cleaned, the data that required to be standardized or harmonized. The second one is features attractions. After preprocessing the data, relevant features are extract to have the machine learning algorithm identify patterns and relationships in the data. So when we talk about the ones that we discussed before, machine learning's algorithm is all about patterns. Okay, in time series analysis, features may include lag variable, okay, previous value in time series, moving average, and other derived statistics that capture the underlying structure of data. Okay, dan kita lihat kepada the next stage is on model selections. Several machine learning algorithm can be used for time series analysis and forecasting, including traditional statistic model. Okay, you name it lah. Okay, lots of analysis that you have learned can be implemented. Okay, and model training and validation, the choose model is trained on the historical time series data to learn pattern and relationship between the variables. Okay, once the model has been trained, it is validated on the separate data set to assess its accuracy and ensure it can generalize well to new and unseen data. So based on the historical data, they can do various kind of analysis, and at the same time can predict what are the future expected future generations. So this is the number 5, the forecast. Okay, with the trained model, future value in the time series can be predicted. Okay, based on the risk data and identified pattern. So based on this, all of this data, as long as the data is correct, the data is what we call true, then they can predict this kind of forecast for decision making. Okay, model updating and monitoring. As new data become available, the AI-driven forecasting model can be updated and retrained to ensure that it continues to provide accurate forecast. Regular monitoring of the model performance is okay. And then by using AI for time series analysis forecasting, business can gain deeper insight into their data, identify trends, and make data-driven decisions that help them adapt to changing market condition and stay ahead of the competition. So that is the first part. Okay, then the next one is on predictive analytics. Okay. Next, also in this section, predictive analytics refer to the use of historical data, machine learning algorithm, and statistical techniques to make predictions about future event or outcome. Okay, it looks a kind of what we call similar to what we have seen just now. Okay, in the context of accounting, predictive analytics can be applied to various aspects of financial management, including cash flow forecasting. Okay, predict future cash inflow, outflow to help business manage their liquidity and working capital more effectively. Credit risk assessment. Okay, if you have all the data, they can assess, okay, whether they can make informed lending decisions or not. Revenue forecasting. Okay, predicting future sales and revenue based on historical data and external factors, based on such as economic indicators or market trends to help business with budgeting, planning, and resource allocation. Last time I still remember when I learned about management accounting, especially when we prepare a kind of budgeting, I have no idea about preparing this kind of budget. Okay. But with the help of AI currently, like mentions in this class, with all of this data, a lot of things that we can predict in the near future. Okay, expenses forecasting, fraud detection as well. Okay, financial modeling, another applications that can be embed or use AI. Financial modeling refer to the process of creating mathematical representations of business financial situations, often using spreadsheets or specialized software. Financial model help business analyze their performance, evaluate investment opportunity, make strategic decisions. Common applications of financial modeling in accounting. Okay. Previously, okay, I'm the actually I can remember. Okay, previously I have I'm teaching financial modeling class. During that time, I just use Excel. Okay, but now with the help of AI, the one that I teach long time ago in these subjects, I can say a lot of things can be done. Okay, first one is on budgeting and planning, developing detailed financial plans and budget based on historical data, market trends, and manage assumptions to guide the business financial activities. Okay, we also can do a kind of valuations. Okay, estimate the value of business assets or investment opportunity using techniques such as discounted cash flow analysis, comparable company analysis, or precedence transactions analysis. So if we learn about financial modeling in the finance subjects, I bet that you will know about this kind of term. Okay, scenario analysis. Okay, evaluating the potential impact of different economic markets or business conditions on the company's financial performance. Helping business assess risk and make contingency plans. So kind of financial modeling. Number 4 is capital structures analysis, determining the optimal mix of debt and equity financings for business, taking into account. So this kind of another financial modeling. Number 5 is merger and acquisition. So this is, I can say, among analysis techniques that can be used in financial modeling. In summary, predictive analytics and financial modeling play crucial roles in accounting by enabling business to make data-driven decisions, plan for future, and manage risk effectively. So, give me a second. Okay, one more in this section. This is also within the financials sections. We can also look into the scenario analysis ataupun and stress testing as AI-driven forecasting tool. So all about how, based on the historical data, based on some of the patterns, we're going to see, okay, on how AI can do this kind of analysis to predict what we're going to happen in the future. Okay. Okay, scenario analysis involve creating and evaluating multiple hypothetical future scenario. Okay, based on different assumptions about factors that affect business financial performance. Okay, so they look into this kind of scenario. Scenario analysis, okay, okay, just skip this one. Okay, this is another testing. Stress testing is a risk management technique used by business to evaluate their financial resilience under extreme or adverse conditions. It involves simulating the impact of various stress factors such as economic recessions, market crash, ataupun operational disruptions on the business financial performance. Okay, so they looked into the financial situations for certain businesses. Okay, so by embedding this kind of AI, they can look into what we call providing more accurate and detailed predictions of the potential impact of stress factor on business financial performance. They can by using of this AI ataupun machine learning algorithms or any kind of pattern based on the data that you have, based on the what happened in current scenario, they can predict whether some business can be sustained or not. Okay, by incorporating AI-driven forecasting into scenario analysis and stress testing, business can gain better understanding on their financial risk and resilience under various conditions. Okay, this information can be used to guide strategic decision making, optimize resource allocations, and implement risk mitigation measures, ultimately helping business to navigate uncertain environments more effectively. For example, last time, we have faced COVID-19. We have seen many businesses has lost due to many issues. One is due to the what we call MCO, limited movement, and then people tend to buy product online, for example, and even once COVID is gone, we can see that some of the businesses is either no longer exist or quite hard to sustain. Although the COVID is gone, due to this, the behavior or the way on how people buy the product. Example, in terms of what happens to, I talk about what happens to the scenario of Bazaar Ramadan in Malaysia, for example. Unlike before COVID, we can see that many business has grown. Okay, but now due to COVID reason, many people already know how to cook. Okay, so they didn't care about buying the product from outside. Example, I just give a very simple example. Okay, and ramai peniaga bazar Ramadan not get enough income compared to what happened before COVID. I just give you some kind of example. And in the future, okay, I bet that most of these business are ready to face some of the things that might not be expected. Okay, we don't know. Okay, whether the some of the uncertainty like COVID will come again, we don't know. Okay, but of course we don't want this kind of things happen, but we didn't know. Okay, in Malaysia the number of people who get COVID-19 is right now is, I can say, quite scary juga. Okay, but how the business can ready, and we look into the current political and economic situations, and how all of these scenario will reflect how we can use this one, and AI can help to predict this kind of solution. Okay. Something for you to ponder is, what challenge do you foresee in using AI for financial forecasting, and how can organizations address this kind of challenge? Okay, I might share with you the examples based on my slide, but in your side, you might have a kind of way of thinking, or a way of the other scenarios that can be applied in your current what you call environment. Okay, a kind of quotes by Niels Bohr. Prediction is very difficult, especially if it's about the future. Yes, it is, but if you use AI, you have the historical data, the machine learning's algorithm has been embedded, they understand about the patterns, then based on this, we can predict what going to happen in the near future. Okay, next, the last part, okay, on robotic process automation. Okay, this is when we talk about AI in accounting. Okay, when we talk about AI in accounting, most of the people will talk about this RPA. Okay, what is RPA? Is a kind of robotic process automations. And we're going to see about how RPA and its role in automating repetitive tasks, and how RPA use cases in accounting, such as account payable, receivable, and reconciliations. Just give you some of example in which the implementations of RPA is not just limited to this, but it can be applied in all the other type of account, and we look into the benefits and limitations. Okay, what is robotic process automations, or RPA? RPA is technology that use software, robots or bots to automate repetitive rule-based tasks typically performed by humans. Okay, RPA bots mimic human interactions with digital systems, such as clicking buttons, filling forms, or copying and pasting data between applications to perform tasks more quickly, accurately, and efficiently. Robotic process automations, and in the context of accounting, play a crucial role in automating various repetitive tasks, freeing up valuable time for accountants to focus more strategic, analytics, and value-added activities. Okay, common apps in RPA. In accounts payable or receivable, RPA can be used in automating the process of invoice, bill payment and receipts, reducing manual data entry, and improving the speed and accuracy of accounts payable and receivable functions. Okay, in terms of reconciliations, automating the reconciliation of financial accounts such as bank account, credit card statements, and GL. to ensure accuracy and accuracy in financial reporting. So everything is going to be now automated, okay, by embedding this kind of RPA. Journal entry, automating the creation and posting of journal entries based on the predefined rules and criteria, streamlining the accounting process and reducing the risk of error. So in terms of this one also, last time if you use some of the accounting software, although it's been computerized, but some of the activities or transactions, including this kind of journal entry, has to be done by human, in which that you have to click the button, click a kind of processing or whatnot. But with this kind of technologies or in AI, you can just do this kind of setting. Okay, expenses management, automating the process and categorization of expense reports, ensuring that expenses are correctly recorded and reimbursed in a timely manner. Financial reporting, okay, a lot of analysis, okay, actually can be done immediately by this AI at the time of the transactions happen. Okay, no need for us to do a kind of manually process. Okay, by automating repetitive tasks. Okay, all of this what I have discussed just now is a kind of repetitive task that has been done by accountant regularly. So RPA can provide significant benefits to accounting functions, including cost reduction, improve efficiency, increase accuracy, and data compliance. Okay, however, it's important to note that RPA is best suited for tasks that are rule-based and have a clear, structured process. More complex tasks such as financial analysis, strategy making may still require human intervention and expertise. Again, okay, just what I explained just now. Human intervention is still required, still important to be implemented. Okay, sikit lagi. This is a kind of use case, RPA use case in account payable. They can okay, we can use in invoice processing, invoice matching, okay, approval workflows, and also as well as in the payment processing. So invoice. In invoice processing, they can RPA can automatically extract relevant data from invoice, okay, and then such as when the detailed invoice number, line item information, input this data into accounting system. Okay, this reduce the need for manual data entry. So you might look that okay, this RPA is quite similar with what we talked on the automated data entry earlier. Okay, but this one is from the perspective of RPA. We can also do a kind of invoice matching. They can match invoice with corresponding purchase and delivery receipts. Okay, have to ensure that all transactions are accurately recorded and reduce the risk of duplicate or missed payment. Okay, approval workflow and payment processing. We can also look into how it can be implemented in account receivable, the same process actually. Okay, but this one they looks into the perspective of what we call as account receivable. It also can be used in bank in any reconciliations process. In bank reconciliations, general ledger reconciliation, intercompany reconciliations, month-end close, and I still remember that many accountants, okay, who are doing accounts previously, they are quite struggle when it's come to the month-end close. Okay, I still remember a lot of my friends who are accountants. I have students as well who are accountants. Don't ever call or contact them during month end. because they are very busy during that time for month end. Okay, some of the accountants also busy, okay, for tax submissions or year end submission for auditings or even for tax. So, but if you if the accountants manage to embed or implement the AI in their system, I bet that there are lots of things that can help them to in many perspectives. Okay, so these are among things the benefits of RPA. Okay, cost reductions. Okay, by automatic repetitive tasks, RPA can significantly reduce the labor costs associated with manual data entry and processing. Okay, this enable organization to allocate resources more effective and potentials leading to increased profit. In terms of efficiency, okay, so it can work 24/7 without breaks. Just like what I talked about meeting the deadline, about the issue about month-end situations that has been faced among accountants, okay, with RPA, okay, it can help accountants to meet the tight deadlines and address high workloads during peak period. Okay, accuracy. RPA bots can reduce the risk of errors, okay, that can occur during manual data entry and processing. Okay, so these among the benefits. Same like before in terms of scalability, issue with the compliance, as well as in terms of the employee satisfactions. Okay, these are among the benefits. And then limitations of RPA, just like what we have discussed. Okay, ada gangguan ke macam mana tu? Okay. Okay, limitations of RPA. Just a few slides sikit lagi. Okay. Inability to handle complex tasks. So when we talk about RPA just now, they can only be implemented for repetitive tasks. Okay, so if the task is quite complex, so okay, RPA is well suited to rule-based structured tasks, but struggle with tasks that require complex decision making or human judgment. So more advanced AI techniques such as machine learning and natural language processing may be necessary to handle such tasks. Okay, when we look into this part, okay, this is where you come to. Okay, in which that, okay, you need to make sure that you equip yourself with the skills that required that cannot be handled by AI. Okay. Dependence on existing system, RPA relies on existing application interfaces and data format to function effectively. If there are changes to the system, such as software updates or modification to user interface, RPA bots may need to be reconfigured or retrained. Okay, initial investment. So this is another kind of limitations. When you're going to implement AI, you have to invest certain amounts of money. Okay, to buy the technology, to buy the software, to buy the license, hire some of the consultants in terms of buying the hardware, and so on. But of course, you need to do a kind of cost and benefits analysis. But in long term, I bet that okay, the cost, the investment that you spend will benefits the organizations in the future. Another one is limited understanding of the context. Okay, so RPA bots follow predefined rules and lack of the ability to understand the context or nuance of certain tasks. Okay, these limitations can make it challenging for RPA to handle tasks that require understanding of context or interpretation of unstructured data. Okay, maintenance and update. RPA bots need to be maintained and updated regularly to ensure they continue to function effectively. Okay, so but overall, RPA is actually will help you a lot. Okay, so another things for you to ponder: in which area of accounting do you believe RPA can provide the greatest benefits and why? Okay, something for you to think of. And then automation is good so long as you know exactly where to put the machine. All right. This is also okay, required kind of human interventions. Okay, some kind of okay takeaways before I end up the sessions or open for Q&A. What you have learned just now is automated data entry is a kind of AI technologies such as OCR and IDP, intelligent document processing, can automate data entry tasks, reducing manual efforts and improve data accuracy. Then secondly, we look into the anomaly detections and fraud prevention. Machine learning algorithm can identify unusual transaction and pattern, enabling more effective risk assessment and fraud detections. And then we looked into how the AI can be used for financial forecasting and analysis. Okay, in which how we can use for time series analysis, predictive analytics, and financial modeling. Last but not least is another scenario analysis and testings on how AI-driven tools can help accountants to perform this kind of tests to assess any kind of potential risks and opportunities. And then we looked into the RPA in accountings on how we can embed this kind of technologies in some of the accounting module to improve efficiency, reducing costs, and allow accountant to focus more on strategic activities. And we also have discussed about some of the benefits and limitations of AI and RPA on how they can offer some of the benefits, but at the same time there are some kind of limitations that you should aware of. Okay, so I think that's all for today, and maybe I pass it back to Pak Sambas. And for your informations, our next topics on the future of AI and accounting and ethical conversations in next 2 weeks, insyaAllah. So over to you, Pak Sambas.
Thank you, Dokter. Ya, insyaAllah kita ini tak sabar nih. I'm looking forward to this session because it's about ethics. Okay, so we have open for the Q&A session with Dr. Aidi. So another response for this session. Any question? Ibu Malinda, ada yang mau ditanya, Bu, atau mau didiskusikan dengan Dr. Aidi? Silakan.
Oke, terima kasih Pak Sambas. Terima kasih Dr. Aidi atas penyampaian. Mohon maaf tadi saya masuknya telat karena tadi ada urusan di jalan. Saya mungkin tadi mendengarnya tuh dari tengah ke akhir. Jadi mungkin ada beberapa poin yang kurang didapatkan gitu. Mungkin nanti saya bisa cek rekamannya lagi. Sebenarnya apa yang dibahas tuh sangat menarik gitu. Terutama tadi pertanyaan yang ditanyakan mahasiswa itu juga sebenarnya salah satu yang sebenarnya ingin juga saya tanyakan gitu sebagai seorang dosen gitu. Apalagi mungkin dosen yang jam terbangnya belum begitu tinggi gitu. Kalau mungkin ada beberapa dosen yang sudah senior, katakanlah mereka membaca like reading some seconds, mereka udah tahu kalau ini benar-benar mahasiswa yang mengerjakan dan ini bukan mahasiswa yang mengerjakan gitu. Kalau mungkin kalau boleh saya tanya dan Dr. Aidi bisa sharing juga, adakah misalnya mungkin di dalam semester ini ada trik-trik yang dilakukan gitu terkait misalnya memberikan tugas ke mahasiswa? Apakah misalkan udah selama AI ini jadi kasih tugasnya mungkin ada yang sifatnya langsung, jadi bentuknya seperti wawancara atau semi wawancara, atau ada trik-trik lain gitu untuk dosen-dosen supaya kita bisa jadi misalnya lebih baik lagi dalam hal melakukan penilaian mungkin ke mahasiswa.
Okay. I think I got your point. Okay, terima kasih Ibu Malinda atas persoalan yang dibangkitkan itu. Okay, apa yang bisa dengar ya? Boleh dengar ya?
Dengar.
Okay, okay. Apa isu yang saya ingin bangkitkan adalah macam saya sama seperti apa yang saya jawab terhadap student tadi. Okay, saya di dalam kelas saya memang menggalakkan student menggunakan AI sebab AI ni kita tak boleh lari dah. Sama juga dengan the way on how kita menggunakan teknologi. Sebab kalau kita tidak menggalakkan student untuk menggunakan teknologi, sooner or later dia akan guna juga. Okay, and when dalam masa kita tidak membenarkan student untuk guna, okay, the technologies become advanced. Hari ini kita berbicara tentang persoalan-soalan yang saya nyatakan dalam slide ini. Tetapi esok hari the technologies mungkin lagi expert. Okay, the way on how we kalau in term of assessment, okay, in term of assessment. Bagaimana kita nak pastikan supaya assess benda yang dibuat itu adalah dibuat oleh pelajar dan bukan dibuat oleh AI. Okay, kita tahu dah. Okay, human punya pemikiran, okay, sangat ada limitationsnya. Kita punya limitasi ni sangat knowledge kita sangat terhad. Tetapi bila kita menggunakan AI, dia boleh mempercepatkan proses. Contoh macam calculator. Okay, calculator. Kalau kita tidak membenarkan student untuk guna calculator, dia mungkin mengambil masa yang lama dia untuk menjawab. Dia boleh jawab, tapi dia mengambil masa yang lama. Ataupun kalau mengambil masa cepat pun, jawapan yang diberikan oleh student mungkin betul atau mungkin salah. Okay, tapi bila kita gunakan calculator, student akan menjawab dengan cepat dan tepat. Okay, adakah dengan cara itu kita tidak membenarkan student untuk menggunakan calculator? Kita lihat kepada apa yang kita nak access. Okay. Contoh satu lagi ialah berkenaan dengan forecasting tadi. Kita lihat bagaimana AI boleh digunakan untuk buat financial forecasting. Okay. Kalau kita tidak menggunakan AI, it's quite hard for the accountant, quite hard for the students to analyze the historical data to produce this kind of forecasting. Okay, with the limited knowledge of humans untuk buat this kind of forecasting, adalah tidak mungkin untuk student buat tanpa menggunakan AI. Okay, student harus menggunakan AI so that they can provide this kind of analysis. So persoalan dia sama ada kita nak detect sesuatu itu dibuat oleh AI atau tidak, bergantung kepada apa yang kita nak access terhadap penilaian student. Okay, dan apa yang kita nak capai seharusnya lebih daripada apa yang di-provide oleh pelajar. Okay, so maksudnya di sini macam saya kata tadi, pelajar seharusnya tahu apabila dia menggunakan AI, dia tahu apakah jawapan yang dia berikan dan dia boleh elaborate further. Okay, walaupun dia menggunakan AI, okay, apa yang digunakan oleh AI dia tahu. Persoalan yang mungkin Ibu Malinda tanya tadi mungkin dari segi writing, mungkin dari segi penulisan. Okay, kalau dari sisi penulisan kita nak tahu dia menggunakan AI atau tidak menggunakan AI ialah berdasarkan kepada sumber yang diberikan oleh AI. Contoh macam citation. Kalau kita semak citation itu tidak wujud, then kita boleh penalize the student. Okay. Kalau kita semak kita tahu dia kena. Maksud dia kalau maksud dia menggunakan AI tanpa merujuk kepada sumber yang betul. Kalau maksudnya kalau dia menggunakan AI dengan betul, dia seharusnya tanya soalan yang yang betul, dan menganalisa sesuatu artikel yang betul, dan sumbernya boleh disahkan. AI ini hanya boleh respon terhadap ketepatan AI ini, dia boleh respon terhadap data yang kita bagi. Kalau dia tidak memperoleh data tersebut, data tu mungkin tidak valid. Okey, so saya harap saya punya jawapan yang panjang itu dapat menjawab persoalan Ibu Malinda. Mungkin Sabas boleh sambung atau tambah.
Tak apa, Dokter. Sebab memang saya teringat masa saya kuliah dulu, itu kami memang tak boleh, Dokter, memakai kalkulator itu tak boleh.
Okey.
Dan ini hampir merata, takkan ada satu student pun yang akan mampu menyelesaikan satu case dalam accounting principle terutama. Itu tak boleh pakai kalkulator. Even dalam intermediate, dalam advance, tak boleh pakai kalkulator. Itu sebab, tapi masa itu ya memang kita itu diminta untuk hasilnya itu tepat dan benar. Dan ini sulit. Dengan masa yang terhad, kita dituntut untuk membuat satu jawaban yang tepat dan memang selalu miss. Takkan sulit lah. Mungkin ada satu dua lah.
Itu yang saya kata, ada certain assessment is beyond the limitations of the knowledge yang kita ada. Tapi apakah assessment yang kita nak buat? Adakah kefahaman pelajar berkenaan dengan proses perakaunan ataupun ketepatan data? Kalau dia jawab dengan jumlah yang tepat tanpa menggunakan accountant, tanpa menggunakan kalkulator, adakah itu menunjukkan bahawa dia faham proses perakaunan tu? Okey. Faham tak? Something like that lah. Okey. Mungkin boleh harus difikirkan among dosen dan juga among pelajar juga.
Ya,
Okay.
tapi kalau sekarang alhamdulillah dah boleh, Dokter.
What kind of
dah boleh ya?
Kan?
Boleh. Kalau sekarang boleh, Dokter, pakai kalkulator tuh boleh. Tapi masa saya dulu tak boleh lah, tahun 97, 90 apa tak boleh, tak boleh pakai kalkulator.
Okey.
Tapi even kita paham proses, tapi kalau hasil tak tepat, tak boleh, tak lulus. Nah, itu yang kadang-kadang sedih itu macam itu juga.
Okey, tak apa.
Baik, terima kasih Dr. Aidi, dan mudah-mudahan Bu Malinda bisa terjawab ya. Ini ada satu student yang resen, silakan Mizana untuk menyampaikan pertanyaannya.
Okay, thank you for the occasion. Before that, my name is Mizana Alfira. To simplify, just call me Miza, M-I-Z-A. Okay. I have several questions, exactly 2 questions, sir, if you don't mind.
Okay.
All right. The first question is, what have you explained before exactly just now, that AI can forecast the financial information, right? So it's easily to read the historical data and something like that. And then how AI predicted more accurately than a regular human or a regular manager on the stress situation, like on the presentation before. And the second question is, so I've been watching a movie related to the accounting stuff, and I heard from that movie that one day everything will replaced by AI, except the AI cannot read the number history. So, for example, the invoice, right? So, if the AI can entering the number in on the invoice to the data to the application, but AI cannot read the history of the number. So my question is, uh, what do you think about the feature? Will the feature appear one day, or these things the only one AI cannot do in forever? Okay, that's all my question. I hope you can get what I mean. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thanks, Mizana. All right, very good questions. Okay, the first question is on how AI can predict correctly about the future on the forecasting part. Okay, or even it looks into for the stress testing. Okay, basically, when we talk about AI, ataupun we talk previously on machine learning or even deep learning, AI is actually has been trained. Depends, in what perspective that you look into. They have been trained, based on certain scenario, based on the certain data. They will predict what is going to happen in the future. So they learn based on that one. So to what extent that the predictions made by the AI depends on various issues in terms of political situations, in terms of economic situations, in terms of global issue, global warming issue. Sekarang ni di Malaysia sangat panas. All of these kind of situations, if the data has been supplied by the AI, I bet that without we silencing, we hide the important informations, I bet the accuracy of it will be high. And if we look into a few case study that I explained just now, AI is not going to have or predict 100% correct, but it will help you or the organizations a lot in terms of predicting issue of the false positive in the fraud detections that I explained earlier. It's not going to solve 100% problems of the company, but it will help a lot. So when you talk about how accurate it can detect, it's not 100% accurate. But it will help a lot in terms of predicting what going to happen in future, so that the stakeholder can make informed decisions. I hope that is the first question. The second question, I'm not really get it clear, but you said that everything will be replaced by the AI. I think in my last class is, remember, there are few types of AI that exist in the world. And the ones that one is there, I can't remember. I think it's about generative AI, and we not yet come to that stage yet, and we're not sure whether when it is come. But I think for time being, it's not going to take over everything. We not really looked into a kind of Star Wars movies or any kind of science fiction movie, and if we look into what happened in Indonesia, even in Malaysia, the technologies that we have, although we talk about AI and every going out, keluar rumah kejap lagi, is nothing. Okay, we still see a lot of human. AI is not really what we call as advanced as it be. Okay, as what we have learned in the class today. Okay, we feel like, okay, attending this lecture, we feel like, okay, we are in the science fiction movie. Okay, it's not. Okay, it's not. Although we okay, because you watch the movie and it can be true and it might not. But the thing is, okay, we just have to make sure that we, as a student, just make sure that we equip with the skills required to be fit in the near future, not in the next 50 years. Because okay, in the next 5 years, okay, not in the next 50 years, because don't know whether you still be exist in the next 50 years. Okay, but looks into what is going to happen in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, in the periods where we still alive, something like that. Okay, I hope I don't know whether I'm answering your questions or not, but I can say that this is a kind of part of my answer. Okay. This is actually my one of the quotes that I received. I found recently. AI won't take your job. The person proficient at using AI will take your job. Okay, so I think this is part of the quotes that answering the questions. Everything will be replaced by AI.
Ya. Baik.
Oke, sana saya harap ia menjawab persoalan yang diutarakan tadi.
Gimana, Miss?
Actually, sir, the number one is about the historical numbers, or so like where this number come from. It's like the number exactly like how is the reality. But I think you already answered that AI doesn't replace for the accountant. So I think it's already answering, sir.
Oke, thank you, Miss.
Baik, ada lagi yang mau didiskusikan? Baik, kami kira ini mungkin bisa kita closing aja untuk hari ini, Dr. Aidi, karena sebab sebentar lagi dalam beberapa menit di Medan sudah akan masuk maghrib.
Oke.
Baik, terima kasih banyak kepada Associate Profesor Dr. Aidi Ahmi yang sudah meluangkan waktu beliau untuk memberikan dan share ilmu dan pengalaman beliau. Kami juga di sini banyak belajar, para dosen-dosen di sini juga banyak belajar dengan Dr. Aidi, dan kami harap juga seluruh mahasiswa di sini dapat mengambil pelajaran yang sangat berharga ini pada kesempatan yang juga sangat berharga ini. Karena memang jarang untuk kita boleh ber-sharing session dengan para expertise ini. Baik, insya Allah kita akan melanjutkan lagi sesi kita yang ketiga di tanggal 24 Mei nanti. Mudah-mudahan semua kita dalam keadaan sehat, semua bisa hadir di sini dan dalam keadaan yang jauh lebih baik tentunya. Sekali lagi kami ucapkan terima kasih Dr. Aidi dan majelis World Class Profesor untuk sesi kedua ini. Kami tutup dengan subhanallah wa bihamdika, asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat petang, salam sejahtera. Terima kasih telah join di kelas kita hari ini, dan insya Allah kita ketemu lagi di tanggal 24 Mei di sesi berikutnya. Sekali lagi terima kasih Dr. Aidi, terima kasih Bu Malinda, terima kasih Bu Vicky, terima kasih Bu Munawara, terima kasih Pak Dio, Pak Dio dan juga seluruh mahasiswa-mahasiswa kami yang kami banggakan pada hari ini. Terima kasih dan insya Allah kita ketemu lagi.